Hi Signets, it's BB. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I'm here to do a walkthrough of a highly anticipated Kickstarter. It's a highly controversial Kickstarter because it took 3 years to get to me and to pretty much everybody else. So I have looked through the deck itself. Here's the box. And I'm really liking it, but I haven't gone through kind of the other goodies that I received. So we're gonna do that first. And then I'll zoom in a little bit maybe and we'll do a walkthrough or a quick flip through of the deck itself. So the first thing that I got was this little pin, and I haven't even looked at it because, okay, this is probably gonna be loud. Maybe I'll mute this part. Because it had that little sticker covering, you know? Cute. That's adorable. Cool. What do you guys do with pins if you don't put them on your clothes? I have a big, I guess it's like, I don't know, it's not even a drawer, it's just like a secret compartment. It has all my pins in it, and I was thinking about like doing ribbons and then putting all the pins on the ribbons and then like framing it, but like where would I put it? I need a study. Okay, another fun thing that I got were these postcards. So we have Dracula. There's a quote on the back here. We seem to be drifting into unknown places and unknown ways. Alice in Wonderland, or Alice Through the Looking Glass. We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad. Cheshire Cat. This one looks like The Legend of Arthur? I don't know. Oh yeah. Merlin made the round table in tokening of roundness of the world. Cool. These are beautiful. Great, like, souvenirs. Okay, I'm really excited. Okay, I also have an extension, a booster pack. I guess we should open it now. I don't want to wait till the end. Okay, another sound warning. Looks like it's 5 cards. Ah, cool. The Lovers. Beautiful. So this looks like Hades and Persephone. This looks like Alexander the Great or something, but I'm not sure. It'll probably say in the book. The Magician. Oh my gosh. That's freaking cute. The Moon. The Star, and Death. Oh, there's 6. I thought there were 5. Pretty. Okay. Let's look at the book. I'm so excited. This was the hardest thing not to open. I don't have a letter opener. What do I have? I might have scissors. Hold on. There we go. Did I just mess up the gilding? Wow, I did. I'm a jerk. Ugh. Don't do that. Okay, it'll just be lived in, I guess. I guess it was kind of already messed up on the bottom. Unless I did that too. Jeez. Okay. This book is very large, if you can see. I guess it doesn't look large when I do that, but it is. I have big hands, I think. It's called Oracle's Atlas, a companion to the literary tarot, Classics Edition. We've got Mowgli and Bagheera, Alice and the White Rabbit. We've got the Monkey Emperor. Is that the guy? Is that what it is? The something? I'm not as familiar with that one. Okay. Oh, it's black. Okay, table of contents. Reaching for the Stars, an intro by Danny Headland. On Tarot, an essay by Kelly Sue DeConnick. How-to guide, the majors, the minors. Introduction and renaming logic. Suit of ink, suit of light, suit of quills, suit of parchment. Booster cards, art appendix, and about the authors. Cool, 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 cool. It smells like a yearbook. Okay. I will not go into this, but I will read it on my own. How to set up a tarot reading, how the deck is set up, how to do a reading, 3-card reading, 5-card reading. These cards, the gilding kind of makes them stick together. Nice. This is like pretty comprehensive. The Celtic Cross, further ways to read. Okay, let's see what it says about the majors. Each of our lives is an elaborate story, shaped by each character and plot twist, often in ways we don't always understand. As the main character in our own life story, our future is torn between our own volition and the whims of the characters and plot twists tossed in our path. Luckily, tarot offers some understanding of what the universe has in store for us. Comprising 22 of the most iconic cards, the major arcana depict life's significant stages, telling an archetypal story, beginning with 0, the Fool, and ending with 21, the World. Historically, these cards have carried greater meaning in fortune-telling and in the tarot card games played as early as the 15th century, featuring bold characters and images and intense, powerful meanings meant to help us on our journeys. The major cards tend to embody the most important and universal events in our individual human stories. Okay, so we have a huge color photo, or illustration, I'm sorry, on one side, and then the name of the card, the book and author, paired with Patrick Rothfuss. Okay, so the pairing, I think, is like the author of like the summary, or is it the artist? Let's find out. Okay, hold on, let's find out. Okay, yeah, it's who did the write-up, which is really cool. So authors writing about the classic books, which is really, really cool. Like I see Simon Tolkien is one of them, and he talks about like his personal relationship and like love of the story of Treasure Island. Very cool. Okay, so those are the majors. Very loud, right? Okay. The minors. When it comes to unraveling the mysteries of our internal struggles, we must supplement the bold characters of the major arcana to focus on our states of being. The minor arcana comprises 56 cards, making up the majority of the deck. They provide nuanced details and insights that combine with the major arcana. broken into 4 suits which aligned with the 4 elements: earth, fire, water, air, classes, merchants, artisans, clergy, nobility, and faculties, body, creativity, emotions, reason. The minors imbue each reading with important intricacy for the myriad of moments in life. Okay, and so they renamed them, obviously. To saturate every level of our deck in literary splendor, we renamed the minor arcana. Instead of having swords, wands, cups, and coins, as is the traditional in the Italian and Spanish decks, or clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds from the French deck, we created our own literary themed names that correspond with the traditional arcana suits to add a fun literary lens. Wands or clubs equals ink. This suit corresponds with the passion, willpower, and inspiration needed to make things happen. In our tarot, ink represents these ideas swimming in our minds, creating the energy that we can transform into something tangible with our trusty quill and parchment, of course. Cups and hearts equals light. This suit corresponds with the inner world, emotions, imagination, and intuition. In our tarot, light is the inner light that guides our decisions from a deeply personal place. This suit has some overlap with wands and ink, in that both touch on imagination, but where ink is the idea driving a story, light is its heart and its emotional core. That's so true. I like that they talk about the relationship between those two. Okay, swords and spades equals quills. This suit corresponds with how you parse the world, using logic, communication, intellect, and conflict. In our tarot, quills are the embodiment of how we communicate, the physical object needed to take that spark of inspiration and commit it to the page, either to inspire peace or war. And then lastly, coins and diamonds equals parchment. This suit corresponds with the material concerns, health, and wealth. In our tarot, parchment represents the way our ideas engage with the material world. We commit ideas and stories to the physical page, which is how we sell and buy literature and art. You'll note how all our suits need one another in order to actualize. To create beautiful stories, both literally and metaphorically, you need to nurture your intuition and imagination, light, translate it into the fluid language and logic, ink, conjure it into existence through action, quills, and then commit the damn thing to material world, parchment. Okay, so I'm not going to read to you each of them because I just kind of did in summation a little bit. But each minor has just as much information as the majors. This is so cool. I love this book. And it kind of reminds me, like, the depth of research and kind of attention to detail and attention to each individual aspect. It reminds me of the Tarot of the Divine. Okay, this is the Iliad. Oh yeah, let's look at the, okay, wait. Let's look at booster cards 186. Okay, it says how to use your boosters, but I don't really care because, like, I could just put them all in there or I can just put some. That's kind of up to you. The Magician on Sansi. I remember, okay, so in the Kickstarter campaign, you could vote for your booster pack. So they would give you, like, the name of the card and then options of which ones to pair. So that's why it says paired by our Kickstarter community and penned by Nate Regolia. Yeah, Hades and Persephone. The Iliad, that is so cool. I love this card. The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. Amaterasu in the Cave. The Rabbit of the Moon. Okay, this is the art appendix. Talks about the author and then the literary tarot art team. So cool. Major Arcana and deck design artist. Oh, I love when they do like the art process. Concept thumbs, lines and foils, color and foil, okay. Cool. Progress to final art. Beautiful. Look at all the changes it went through. Oh my gosh, does it go through all of them? Wow. Or just the majors? And oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. It looks like the suits were done by different artists, which makes sense. But it's so cohesive. This is probably the most cohesive, like, collaborative deck I've ever seen. Gorgeous. I cannot wait to read this. Like, I think I'll read this cover to cover. Wow. Beautiful. Book cover. Oh, wait. Was that all of them? Yeah, it was. Okay. Gorgeous. This is a really beautifully designed book. I was gonna say I don't know how I feel about all of the pages being black, but it also makes sense because the deck has a black background. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. Oh, that's definitely going on display in my house. Okay, we made it. We made it to the deck. It's got a magnetic box. It's a pretty big box. It's pretty wide. It has a lot of detail. It does have a smaller booklet that comes with it. Countless books stand before you, thick covers, tattered pages, untold secrets in every letter. Dare to crack their spines, uncover each new plot twist, tangled romance, and tragic hero. Divine truths from their stories and discover your own. I just want to see, okay, philosophy, themes of each card, meaning behind the suits, upright versus reverse, how to set up a reading, 1-card readings, 3-card readings, 5-card readings, 4 or 5-card, 4 options for 5-card readings. Let's see. Oh, they give you like the different definitions. Got it. Other card reading formations, closing note, majors. Okay, so obviously here you don't get an image. You get a lot less info, but still like a good amount for a small booklet, I think. Cool. I know, I didn't mention, it's by Brink Literacy. Did I mention that? The Brink Literacy Project. And they have like comics and like graphic novels and things. Oh, here, does it say? It's a nonprofit, innovative education programs in underserved communities. Underserved, jeez. Increasing literacy rates, fostering a love of literature, and helping people across the globe turn the page to a brighter future. All proceeds from this deck go toward our nonprofit mission to use storytelling and change the world. So cool. All right. I'm gonna find some music. We're gonna zoom in and do a little flip through. Okay, I wanted to try some pears. And I honestly don't know what's gonna work with this, like, because it has these black borders, which make me want to go darker in theme, but then it has like a softer palette in the actual illustrations themselves. And it leaves me kind of confused as to what to do. So I pulled some different decks, and I guess we'll just see how it goes. Okay, let's start with some Oracle. I pulled the Oracle of the Muse. So I wonder how we should do this. Maybe 2 tarot and 1 Oracle in the middle. I don't, oh, well, that looks good because of the pink tying it in. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. That could be pretty. And kind of the white border can like, no, like some of them are hits and some of them are misses. Okay, next. I was thinking of like balancing it out, you know, but maybe something more similar would be better? Question mark? Let's see. I feel like this just gets kind of muddy. Like I get kind of lost. Maybe if I had something else, like I don't hate this. I think it goes well with it. It's pretty seamless, but I do like some contrast. So like maybe I would add in an Oracle that was black and white just to get some negative space in there. Where's my cat? Oh, this is the Wild Goddess Oracle, FYI. Okay, the next one I have is the Winter Seer Animal Companion. I am actually kind of stumped here. Is it better with maybe 1 card and 2 Oracle? Question mark? Because these cards are so detailed, and that's something I really, really love about them. But then it makes it kind of a lot to look at. I think that's probably better. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't love it. I don't hate it. That's cool, like an air and a sea. Okay, let's go to the next deck. Okay, the next few are tarot. So if I did like, is it too classical next to this more like modern abstract style, or do we like E? Okay, last one, let me know. The next deck I have is the Stunning Tarot, the first edition. No. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Not working, not working. Maybe with the second edition, because it's like softer colors, I don't know. And then I pulled this one, which is softer colors as well. But I don't think that's working either. Oh no. What a disaster. Okay, hold please. Okay, I brought in some emergency reinforcements and we'll see if any of these work. I mean, this is kind of a given, right? Because it's black and white. So of course it's going to, on some level, it's like probably the least offensive. Jeez. What I would put with it. I have two more that we're just gonna try. Ethereal Visions Luna. It's kind of like the antithesis. Fantasy-wise, it's kind of nice. Maybe I'm being too critical. I don't know. Let's try one more. Yeah, that could be pretty. And I think I'm distracted by my scarf underneath too, so that's always a factor. Okay, so maybe Luna could be a good pairing. And then the last deck that I brought over is the Alcaringa Owneromancy deck. It's called something else now. I don't remember what it's called. No, I think that these illustration styles are too different and not in like a complementary way. No. Okay, whatever. We tried. I'd love your opinion and I'd love suggestions, so let me know. Let's do a reading. I'm just gonna pull one card because like there's a whole page on one card. I don't think I want to riffle this. It is, these cards are thick and it is like hard to hand over hand. It's not the easiest. They like to stick together, like, they're not sticky, they just are clumpy. There's a distinction. I have a feeling that the gilding is gonna come off really fast. Okay. Here's our page. Looks like this. Oh, we're so close, it does not matter. Okay, sorry. It's too close, okay. Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, paired by S.T. Gibson. You say you want a revolution? Well, you know, S.T. Gibson agrees with you. When she joined the mighty ranks of our little band of literary tarot rebels, she came to us with a brilliant card in mind and a gorgeous classic ready at the fore. I'm so excited to write the blurb for the 6 of Parchment, she told us. I would like to grab Les Miserables for this one. We were, for fear of losing our heads, kidding of course, oh so happy to oblige S.T.'s request. In discussing the card and book further, we became convinced that there was simply no better pairing than Hugo's opus and the 6 of Parchment. S.T. put a perfectly fine point on it. One so sharp it could take the head off of a marquis. The beating heart of Les Miserables asks what we owe to society and to our fellow human creatures, she explained. And the 6 of Parchment responds that we should extend not only respect and dignity to those in our communities, but material resources as well. Jean Valjean, degraded and forgotten during his imprisonment, is rescued from total desolation by an act of charity. When the bishop ransoms Jean Valjean's soul with silver, he embodies the loving kindness behind the freely given gifts of the Six of Parchment. This card represents the alchemy of turning intangible care into tangible assistance, of putting our money where our mouths are when it comes to loving our neighbor. Thanks to ST, our tarot deck had another revolutionary pairing in its midst, and no one was even hurt in the process. Okay, maybe there was a paper cut or two. The card meaning. What do we owe our fellow creatures? Forget not to love your neighbor, not just in feeling, but by sharing your wealth and dignity, lest you promote the tide of inequality and resist the revolution. Upright, generosity, charity, community, support, sharing. An act of charity can truly save a life. If you have been blessed with wealth, share it lovingly. If you are in need, accept the generosity of another gratefully. The reversed meaning, power dynamics, abuse of generosity, inequality. Offer your wealth with care and know that sometimes it will never be repaid or returned. Should you ransom the soul of another, like the bishop did for Jean Valjean, do so free of expectations and selflessly. And then the quote at the bottom says, forget not, never forget that you have promised me to use this silver to become an honest man. So good, so well written. I mean, obviously, what would we expect any less? This deck, I think that I backed it originally like as kind of a FOMO situation, or because everybody else was, and it just seemed like the thing to do, like it was the big thing, you know? And I didn't realize that it would capture like my imagination and make me so happy to look through these. Like, look at this. Look at those flowers. I don't know, it's just an incredible job. And then after I backed it, and it took so long, I was even less confident about how I felt about it, and if I was gonna keep it, and if I was gonna use it. And wow, am I really, like, are all of those doubts proven wrong? Because I most definitely will use it, and I most definitely am keeping it, and the amount of like joy and it gives me is like priceless, and the amount of interest and intrigue, you know, that it brings up in me is so great. I think that it's such a cohesive deck. Like I said before, for it being a collaborative deck, you almost would not be able to tell. And the color cohesion, the details of gold that make it really pop in like just the right places, the enormous amounts of detail, how lush it feels, just gorgeous. And as someone who knows, you know, some classics, but not all classics, or even just ones I've heard of and I know like a vague summary of, it almost like, I know this is the point, it makes me want to read half of these, which is really cool. The ones I haven't already read, which honestly isn't a lot. I wasn't really into classics when I was younger, but I know a lot of like general trivia about literary classics, so a lot of them are really recognizable to me. Obviously, classics have been turned into countless like TV shows and movies and things like that, so their storylines and their characters are pretty familiar. All to say, this is the Literary Tarot Classics Edition, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll put all the information below if you can get the deck still, if you can get the companion book with it. So yeah, thank you for being here today. Thanks for being curious, and thanks for being my friend. And you know, my mom's coming, so I gotta go.